There's a popular saying they said, be careful what you wish for. Hey, last season we said that there was no bad news. Hey, sorry, my microphone. My microphone is away from me. Hi, I hope I meet all of you in the best of health. Today I decided to use natural lights. It's been raining, and as usual, Nigeria now we don't have electricity. The electricity has been very scarce. So I said, come, let me try natural lights today and see how it's gonna be. And it's not bad. Okay, no one is up here yet. Let me just chill a little bit. Let me just, but I can't even chill, can I? Like the fights are too much that it's no longer even looking interesting. I don't know if it's just me. I said, there's a popular saying they say, be careful what you wish for. Last season we said there was no Gbaz boost. Last season we said we wanted Gbaz boost to a point that when DLC even came in, I be DRC, sorry, DRC, that is Dami, Ruthie, and Chinwe. When they came in, the ratings of the show self went high for just those 2 or 3 days that they were in the house. Meaning that we were craving for Gbaz boost, right? Now this Gbaz boost is too much. Like some of these their fights are even uncalled for. This is just how many days? They are not even up to 2 weeks in the house. But the fight is too much, in my own opinion. Too much of everything is bad. I don't know if, and the thing is that this season, I don't know how Biggie selected the housemates, but there's a huge clash of personality. I might be all over the place, but I'll still try to discuss most of the fights. Like yesterday, when I was watching mm, the rehearsal they were doing for their task of yesterday's Aduni, that spices, right? Now, Faith is a medical doctor, a practicing medical doctor. He's a young guy that just finished school. So I hope you know the brain cells are super duper active. Do you understand? And besides, as a medical doctor, he's vast. You understand? Everyone knows that medicine, to study medicine is more than uh, more than half a decade. Do you understand? Just to be a medical student is 6 years in school. Then you still go and do housemanship for 1 year. That's 7 years before you now finally go and do service, right? And then come back and start practicing. So someone spending close to 10 years just to study one course, it tells you that it is huge. It is. It tells you that um their wealth of knowledge is in abundance. Studying medicine is no joke, right? So obviously, uh, he knows a whole lot, right? And if you look at the task that was given yesterday to them, is related to sciences, food science actually, right? And as a medical doctor, obviously, having an idea of food and nutrition is a yes, is certain. Please kindly give the stream a thumbs up. Thank you so much for coming. Hi, Mark Bray. Muse, hi, where are you from? I'm from Nigeria. Grayson, hi, thank you so much for coming. All right, so please give the stream a thumbs up. Thank you. God bless you. Okay, so someone that has a huge wealth of knowledge like that, you cannot argue with them based on things that they know. Are you understanding what I'm saying? It's just like myself. I did education. So if I'm talking about classroom practice or educational psychology, if you didn't do that, you can't argue with me because this is based on what I studied. So I'm not saying that food and nutrition is something that Faith studied, but as a medical doctor, he has a vast knowledge in that. Not only does he have a vast knowledge, he is sure of what he was feeding them with. Honestly, at some point I was just like, what is wrong with these guys? If you don't know something, learn. Like learning never ends. And a wise person does not get tired of learning. You guys should calm down and learn from this boy. This boy has this, although faith self, they said too much of everything is bad. It's like that he's the intelligent self. If care is not taken to work against him because the guy is over analyzing things. Yes, which he is correct most of the time, but too much of everything is bad. Don't forget you're a competitor in the same game that you are analyzing too much. So you have to be careful. So what make you think as you're busy analyzing everybody? What make you think you're on point? You get that's the thing about people that are too intelligent. Sometimes it works against them. But most time it works against them. You understand? So yesterday's task, they were speaking, and Faith was speaking with all strength and manner of convictions. Why Thelma was trying to chip in, like, I don't know if I use the word envy, is it in order, right? To cut the long story short, last they did the presentation. Eh? Afterwards, of course, Fitz, it was bound for him to win. It was so obvious why he was talking of the vitamins. I said, yes, guy, go on. Ride on, my brother. Now, after the task presentation, obviously, he won. Like, his team won, right? And then he went to Gigi's face. I won. Like, in your face, and that kind of thing. And it's like they were in the same group with Gigi, if I'm not mistaken. Gigi Jasmine, right? And you know where you come to someone's face in your face. Like, so she was also angry and she said a lot of things. Like, the whole fighting surface was just becoming too much, you know. And there's something I noticed. I don't know if it's just me, right? Those of them that used to be friends with with the faith, I don't know, it's like they are gradually turning against him. Okay, first and foremost, 2 days ago or so, him and Sultana had this fallout, but I don't know why Faith is sleeping with on the same bed with Sultana. I don't understand that. I didn't even know that their closeness was that much. I didn't know that they had so much. Yes, I see them here and there, but I didn't even know that their closeness was that much. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for coming to the live stream. Don't give this live stream a thumbs up. Thank you so much. So I was surprised to notice that he and Sultana have been sharing bed, and I don't know what is going on suddenly between Sultana and JCJ. See, I understand why most of the ladies are somehow hating on Dede. Do you know that it looks like Dede is the preference of all the guys in the house, in as much as I don't even see their love for her as legit, to be honest with you. I just see it like a case of where you're trying to humble some. I don't know. It's just from where I'm seated, what I'm seeing. Dede is a fine girl. I won't take it away from her, right? But when you look at it critically, I was playing it on that device. Dede is a very fine girl. I won't take that from her, right? But when you look at it, Dede, as they claim, is the face card. Sorry, I was just trying to see how clear it is from our other device. Is a very fine girl, no doubt. But the problem is she's the first choice for most of those guys in the house. Eh? There's also something I want to say about Media and Bright, right? She's the first choice for most of the guys in the house. But when you look at it, when she rejects them, they now go for the next available option. So to me, I get where the girls are jealous. Like, so it's what Dede's leftovers that were all clamoring for, craving for. See, Kola, Doris at some point thought Kola had something for her, which I don't know if he did, but when he now saw like there's a small gap that Dede has managed to leave for him, he now wants to sort of like turn his back against Doris. Now Jason too started with Doris, with Dede, like friend. All of a sudden, he's like, bro, started catching feelings for the girl, and the girl rejected him. And suddenly now he has gone to hitch himself with Sultana. Bright, on the other hand, too, I suspect that he also had eyes for Dede, or still even does have eyes for Dede. But in the absence of not being able to come close to Dede, he just hitched his camp with Mide, which I don't understand why him and Mide are always talking about Dede. And honestly, I don't understand the friendship of Mide and Dede. In as much as Mide seems to be looking innocent, but I don't understand. If Dede is your friend, you should have Dede's back more than you're having other people's back against her. And there's something I noticed with Mide again. Well, I would say they just met barely. They're not even up to 2 weeks in the house. I know they just met. We cannot conclusively say they are best of friends, and Mide owes Dede any loyalty, and vice versa. But for me, the relationship or the friendship that they have managed to strike within this few 1 week and some few days, I expect a little bit more, will I say, defense or protection of Dede from on Mide's parts, and which to me I'm not seeing it from Mide. I'm not seeing it coming from Mide because, okay, now look, she tried. I'll say she tried the other day that after having a conversation with a caller, she went to tell Dede everything. But while narrating everything to Dede, she didn't really tell Dede what she told caller. And there's this advice she gave caller that to me is strange for a friend for you to be saying that to this guy. I don't know. There's just something about media that I'm trying to place my hand on. Like there's this side of me that sees someone betraying their friend, and there's this side of me again that sees someone that maybe that's her own game. That's another thing because anything in that big brother's house to me is a game. I don't to carry it like that on my head. Sure, you understand. But on a normal, hmm, on a normal friendship level, right? There are some certain things that Mide is comfortable discussing. See, if you're my friend, as long as it's not even something that will harm you, I don't even too feel comfortable discussing you, my friend, with someone else. If there's an issue, I will advise the person that has an issue with you to actually talk to you. Or if the person is finding difficult to talk to you, as my friend, I will listen and then try to correct the narrative that is wrong because there's a misunderstanding. So there's a high tendency of dealing with so many incorrect information or incorrect narratives, right? And to me, media doesn't seem to, I'll say, because even this guy is not that she's busy talking to. I don't want to use that tribalistic card in this situation, but Mide and Kola, they are both Yorubas. Dede is from Edo or West. So I see it like, is it that kind of, is it tribe card where, okay, this one are my brother and this one are my friend? I don't like, I might be wrong too, right? It might still end up just being a game, but it's baffling and it's strange where you are giving advice to a guy that has eyes for your friend. I don't think you're in that place to do that. Instead, where you're supposed to be is giving your own friend advice. Not that guy shouldn't look. I don't know. I don't know how some people see friendship. Oh. Do you understand? I'm this kind of person. I'm a girl's girl. I'm big up for friendship. That's why when Isabella came in and said she was only friends with guys, she doesn't like being friends with girls, which I understand. Ladies, we have our own. Oh. When uh, she said that, I sort of condemned her because I'm a girl's girl. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say to you. Big Soso too told her, look, girl, like it's not everyone is the same. Yes, you might have had horrible ones, which unfortunately for herself, Thelma, he did something close to her again. But at the end of the day, I just see it as personality, right? For me, Jason is even being more of a friend to Dede than even Midi. I don't know if that I'm trying to say to you. I don't want to say some people might just throw it carelessly that Mide is jealous of Dede. No, Mide is not jealous of Dede, but Mide is just, I just see Mide like someone that is a little bit loose with her tongue, right? From my own where I'm seated, though, some people are saying she's jealous of Dede. Mide is also a beautiful girl. Like Mide and Dede are not girls that when they go out, they are one person is having all of the attention. They are all beautiful girls. Their height is almost the same. They are all cute. They're almost of the same age group brackets thereabouts. So I don't see, but I just see me there. Sometimes I look at her, or is she being naive? Or and sometimes it's like she doesn't think before she talks. It's like she just talks, at random. And honestly speaking, with the way there is, and there was even something again that happened today where Mide and Zita had an issue that even got the social media space on fire. I was not around. I went to school. When I was in school, I was seeing all those things on X, and I was like, "God, let me do quick and come back home." Sure, you understand, so that I can come properly and see all those and watch all those clips and watch all those, the playback and all of that, and then you get, huh? Now, did you? I don't know if you guys noticed something when I saw the clip of the fight and all of that. Do you know that there was, Dede is a very smart girl. There was how Dede looked at Mide. When you're with someone, watch how they act with other people. That will give you a clue of how they'll act with you one day when things go wrong. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say to you. I know that Zita and Mide are not best of friends. They have never been friends. In fact, whatever it is that even caused the problem was even had, it was even, will I say, it was even Media and Dambuski that was having an understanding. right? And it had to do with cooking actually. It was even Damboski that first wanted to start cooking. Oh, that he wanted to cook. Now that they this week that they lost their wager, they have scarcity of food, so they are being very careful. Like yesterday, if you see them yesterday, I was just laughing at like a hostel where they cooked. It was kebab that cooked, and they shared it for everyone. Everyone is coming to pick. I was just laughing. I'm like, good for you guys. See, last week you guys were just wasting food. Everybody was living on a soft. One person wants to eat 5, 6 eggs. One person wants to eat whoa, good. This week, everybody is online, is humbling himself. So Damboski wanted to cook, and then Mide said she wanted to cook too. And don't forget that Damboski has his girl Zita. Mide too has her guy Bright. So obviously she can't cook alone for herself. She'll cook together with Bright. Damboski too was trying to cook, of course, with Zita. So more or less, it's like they are cooking for couples for each couple's good. So Damboski, at the end of the day, I think Mide decided to collect the cooking from Damboski, and then since Zita is going to be part of the eating, she now calls Zita to assist, and Zita sort of turned it down. Even even me as a woman, is not every activity in the kitchen that I like to indulge with on. I will not lie to you. You see, another activity that I hate to indulge in is actually like picking beans. Even this carrot issue, I hate it. I don't like it. Like scraping carrots, cutting. I really don't like it. But I don't know why Zita was rejecting, because at the end of the day, how many pieces of carrots, Kwanu? Zita, and you eat that food. Zita to get her own for body. You understand? So, excuse me. It has not been long I finished eating, so I'm just belching anyhow. Sorry about that. So, midday was raging mad based on that Zita refused to come and chop carrots. For me, her reaction was too, I would say she overreacted. That's why I said we should be careful what we ask for, because right now, this housemates, the basketballs they want to give us is even becoming too much. Like, it's no longer making sense, because it's almost like they're acting like small kids, whereby everything has to end up in fights, everything has to end up in argument. There are some things that just have to end up in a conversation, in a mutual conversation, or rather just ignore. Just ignore. Just like even yesterday, Ivata and Joanna's fight. But I don't understand what is between Ivata and Joanna. They are just having some kind of small fight. And Ivata is in a way trying to like I don't know, belittle Joanna, right? In as much as the small issues they had, that was last week or so, if I'm not mistaken, or early this week, where Joanna called her auntie and she said, "Don't call me auntie." And Joanna said, "I know auntie." And some people were saying that she was age shaming Ivata. I didn't see it in that angle, I didn't see it there. I didn't see it from that angle, to be honest with you. Because if you look at the way Avatar speaks to Joanna, she speaks to Joanna as if Joanna is her child. So what do you expect? It's just like now you come and speak to me like I'm one kind of old woman, or I'm one kind of like I'm your grandma. I'll tell you, hey, okay, now small picking. It's just sarcasm. If you know what I'm trying to say. So when people were saying that Joanna was age shaming Avatar, I didn't see it that way. Because when you look at the way Avatar speaks to Joanna, she speaks to Joanna like Joanna is her child. I don't, it's not nice. So even Big Soso yesterday was telling her, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Everybody is equal here. No, they feel like say you senior everybody. Abinas. She's not. If you want to talk to her because you feel you're older than her, You don't talk to her like that. Everybody here is an adult. Everybody here is the same. If you're so much of a high on your high hustle, what are you doing here? Coming to hustle the same money that the Joanna. So that one, I don't know. That's how that their fight is. And Joanna, funny enough, seems to be a very peaceful person. But I saw her she too coming out. Now that message that Ebuka draw for them on Sunday is making everybody want to fight. But to me, that fighting is not. It's becoming too much. They should give room more for conversation. Okay, in between, we're not saying we don't want the basketballs. We still want the basketballs, but it should make sense. Do you understand? Okay, now coming back to Midi and Zita's quarrel. Now, when Zita refused Midi's task that she gave her, please help me do, like, it's not like she was commanding her, obviously. It became an issue. And the media, of course, took it upon her to start chopping off the carrot and all that. Meanwhile, Zita was actually so. When you look at it critically, it wasn't as if Zita was totally not trying to help in the kitchen. It's just that Zita did not want to chop the carrot, and it happens. I don't know if media has siblings at home or not. You can call your siblings and say, "Please come and help me do this," and they say, "Ah, no, they don't want to do that," and you will do it rather instead give them another job. So it's not like technically Zita wasn't doing something else. She actually was doing something else. She was washing the pot, and I suspect the pot she was washing that she his midday with. Right? I don't know if she hit me there. Honestly, that thing I replayed it, but I don't know. I don't know. Me, I just saw it like, you know, the way Mide held the knife. I won't forget there was a day like that. I was talking to, I was having little issues though with the girl in my house, right? So I was holding knife. That day I was chopping onions. Now I noticed when I was pointing her with the knife, the girl got a bit scared, which is normal. Is it, naturally the way God created us, we have that defensive instinct. So I'm suspecting that also. So it was when I saw the fear in the girl's eye, and now that's when it dawned on me that okay, I was actually pointing at her with a knife, so I just dropped the knife. It's a psychological thing. It's an involuntary reflex. As human beings, the way God created us, we have we 100% we have this defensive instinct. Always want to protect ourselves. Our lives are very important. It's very, very important to us, right? So I just saw it from that angle. Honestly, that their fight, the way it rose from, and sometimes when the housemates are trying to come to intercede in the fight, sometimes they make the fight even more complicated for you to understand. As I told you, I like the gossips in the house. The gossips in the house, they help us like sort of unravel some things that we don't understand properly. Yeah. Now, Zita, which I suspect it was that instinct too, that fear. I don't get now made her now use the pot to want to hit, like not hit per se, but look, these two ladies, they were all at fault. That's the truth. I'm not supporting media. I'm not supporting Zita. You understand? And you could see during the altercation, especially when Mide was shouting, "I'll fight you every day. I'll fight you every day." I say, "Hey, Mide, calm down now. You fight somebody every day. Won't you get tired?" You could see Dede was looking at her like this. Like Dede was looking at her like, "Girl, who are you?" Mm-hmm. And it makes sense because I won't forget there's this friend of mine. Hmm? I didn't even allow us to fall out. I didn't even allow us to fall out. I just withdrew gradually. Now I came and met her among some friends and of hers already, and they've been together for long with those her friends. So one or two happened between them, and the way I saw she reacted towards those her friends. To be honest, that was what made me withdraw from them. From her, I mean. When even another lady came out asking me that, "Ah, what happened? This person said I just cut off from her." Da, 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 da." I didn't menace words. I told her who I said I saw her with these her friends, and she and these her friends they've been together for long. Me that she just knew yesterday. But I was surprised at the way she treated those her friends. So who am I? If there's anything to be honest with you in life, I don't see myself as special in somebody's life when the person can actually do some things, do some crazy things. There was a time too again I was somewhere, right? And this lady went out with her friends. I don't know the kind of fight that ensued. She carried bottle and broke bottle. Me, who I told the other lady, I say, still they follow him. The day the two of them go fight, she go break bottle too for your head. Oh. So for me, I see it like how you behave towards other people determines how you will behave towards me one day. That's the way me I think. Oh, I might be wrong, but honestly, that has worked for me. When I see that wild side of you, to be honest with you, I'll start taking steps to start shifting away from you. I'll start taking steps to start shifting away from you. Even as my friend, if I notice you talk too much about your other friends, you backbite, you are jealous, you're not happy for men, I will also begin to withdraw. Like I might be wrong, I might be right, but it has worked for me. I saw Dede was looking at me there somehow. I'm like, girl, if you are smart enough, remove your slippers and run away from this kind of people because I'm not saying media does not have the right to be angry, but there's how you and especially looking at Dede, I don't like I said, we've just been watching them for a week plus. Looking at Dede is sort of a calm person. She has this peacefulness, like you get what I'm trying to say to you. That was why when she had issue with Victory, Victory was actually surprised that she actually responded to him because I don't know how they are seeing Dede, whether they're looking at her like she's too posh to actually come down to their level or what. No, it goes shock when the day Dede go come a week for head, finish everybody there. Everybody has that 1 minute madness. It's natural. It's just left for you to know how to control it, know how to tame it, know how to hide it. Yeah. In my mind, I'm like, there, I hope yours because Right now, even the relationship with the media self is sort of questionable. So I don't know. The fights honestly are just too much for me. I'm not really feeling all of the fights. Some of the fights they are necessary, yes, but some of the fights they are unnecessary. They are unnecessary, I mean. Do you understand? For adults, everybody there is above 21 or thereabout ish. So you should be able to trash things, not to be fighting. I beg. The fight is becoming too much. What do you guys think? And when you're rewatching this live stream, you can drop in the comment section. What's your take? The fights are becoming too much. There are some things that can just be um squashed amicably with um ordinary conversations from adults. But the fighting, my people will say, "Ayewa." You understand? Like the chaos to me sometimes, or maybe maybe because I'm outside here, they are all in that house. You know, in that house there is no phone, there's no television, no. And with oh boy, when they went to the arena yesterday to do that their task, I just look in my mind. I'm like, boy, these people plenty. Oh, imagine this is a class. The teacher that will control themselves. That teacher has to be firm. That teacher has to have iron hand. Honestly, just within me, I was like, oh boy, these people, they are plenty in this house who like play. Because they're almost 30 now. I'm telling you, yesterday, I was like, my mind, I was like, nah, maybe bro, I'll start to evict these people, I beg. They all look so, they all look so, so they looked so, like they were just, although the merrier the better is the fun of it, but I don't know. Just I don't know why that thing just came to my mind. I'm like, nah, this people don't too plenty. Maybe he can start to disengage, can start to evict them small. And let me tell you guys something. Once the first eviction happens on Sunday, people will see the dynamics of the games will change. Depending on who lives on Sunday, most of these housemates, they are smart. They are all very smart, especially someone like Faith. I said Faith should be careful because there are some, will I say, um, advantage that you would have that can still be a disadvantage to you. Now, whoever or whatever people that will be evicted on Sunday, now their characteristics, if it's those in a ship, that I'm just giving an example. If it's those in a ship that will be evicted on Sunday, you now realize those that are in trying to create a ship will sort of disengage small. Do you understand? If it's maybe someone that fights a lot that is being evicted on Sunday, you realize that all these nonsense cat fights, they will reduce drastically because it will not give the housemates idea of okay, the viewers are not even down for sheep or this season, or the viewers are not even down for this unnecessary bass so sure you understand. You guys will notice that the game, the dynamics will change. Like it has always even been like that, or in most Big Brother season. The moment a housemate is evicted, is assumed that the game that the housemate is playing is not accepted by the audience. So you will now realize that the other housemates will now sort of try to, like, if maybe anyone was going towards that direction, you will now realize that they will sort of withdraw kind of a little bit, right? And another person again that her real personality is gradually beginning to show is Telma. See her diary session. I don't know if it's me, but I think the diary session of yesterday was a bit boring for me. Like I didn't feel them. Okay, with the exception of Dede that came to explain certain things, because I am so happy that Dede came out and explained some things on the because Dede's, it's not every time that silence is the best too. Even like on this social media, I've even learned something that when some things are being speculated about, you come out and talk. Come and say your truth. Come and clear the air. You don't need to dwell on it any longer, but just come out and clear the air. You understand? And but because sometimes when you keep quiet, that your silence makes people, like, it makes the other narrative stronger. What do I mean by that? Now, Kola kept saying him and Dede had an understanding. Like, was it 2 days ago or 3 days ago? They literally, this guy literally did not allow that girl to sleep. Even when she went to bed, he lied down beside her, and he keeps saying they have an understanding. And I'm so happy for one thing, that each time Dede and Kola are having a conversation, the camera is on them. So we hear most of their conversation. So when Kola comes out saying that him and Dede has an understanding, I'm trying to understand what kind of understanding. It's not the same understanding. We're saying this girl is trend, her boundaries towards you are very strong. This girl keeps drawing the line. So what understanding exactly? My prayer today there, which I'm glad even low key Big Brother was giving her a little advice and all of that. My prayer today there is I beg me she no even do mistakes if she want even enter any canoe because I don't even want to call it ship. Ship is too big with color because that guy see if let's just leave it that is a game, but if we want to overanalyze this thing in real life, guys like this will mess you up. Guys like this will bring you to the ground. Like they will not only pull you down to their level, they will pull you beneath their level. They will rubbish you that when you wake up one day and look at yourself in the mirror, you would think you're not even worth a dime. Like you would think you're not even you get like I'm just saying based on a more like I'm just saying it based like at the end I still look at this Big Brother show as a social experiment. I don't like it's a real life television, like it's a reality TV show, but where I sit and analyze it from, I love to analyze it as a social experiment where I relate it to real life, sort of, but I still give it to them that is game. Do you understand? But the thing is, one thing I know for sure is that someone cannot just use their life and play 100% game. You can't be that articulated. Even actors and actresses, you see in their movie roles, or in their acting skills, there's still some of their personality in it, right? So you can't tell me 100% everything here is acting, or game. I just want to go out and talk outside the box. Excuse me. You see, color situation. I have had a similar situation like that when I was younger, when I was still in the university. Oh, I'm actually still in the university, but okay, on a different level, right? But let me just use the word when I was way younger. Mhm. There was this guy I remember following me left, right, and center. Normal. Just some guys don't know how to accept no. Some guys just feel that. And this irony of the whole thing is that guys we sit down and call ladies hoes, 304s. And when a lady refuses to get down with you, you get angry. Like, I don't understand. So, if you're in slut shaming someone, how does someone not be a slut? It's not by keeping to herself. Now, when a lady is keeping to herself again, it becomes a problem. They will say she's too full of herself. She's too like, what do this XY gender? What do they want from women? What exactly? Because even, I'm not sure people even know what people want from women. Because a man can chase a woman for years, but the moment he gets what he wants from her, he begins to hate her. So I don't understand this thing. Till today, I don't understand this dynamic. So please, in case anybody understand it, drop it for me in this comment section. I want to also learn new things. I want to learn too. In case the male themselves they can explain this thing to us better, I would have been very happy about that. Now, I just want to narrate one of my own experience. The back and forth like that. Now suddenly I started noticing that this person now started like you could now start seeing one kind of hatred, and gradually Kola is getting to that point. Kola is getting to that point where he will begin to hate Didi. Already, self the relationship self is looking like a love and hate. I don't understand. One moment he's saying some trashy things about her, the next moment he's saying some nice things about her, the next moment he's even defending her, helping her to fight, like he helped her to fight victory. He also went to um confront their Doris them for gossiping about her, or that kind of thing. Like you can see he's almost fighting her battles for her, and that is the problem. Dede did not send you to fight her battles for her color. Yes, and on top of fighting battles that nobody sent you to go and fight, he's now still complaining. Or is the word complain? Or he's now still trying to feel like a victim that the girl is using him. Using him how? And that was why I was glad about her diary session of yesterday. She said Kola is saying after all he has done for her, what did Kola do for her? Kola is just how many days in that house? She too, how many days in the house? Because the girls came in last week Saturday, the boys came in on Sunday. They are barely just 2 weeks in that house, like barely a week plus, and up to 2 weeks because to be on Sunday that the boys will be 2 weeks, Abby, and on Saturday the girls will be. You understand? The girls are just one day older than the guys in the house, right? So I don't understand when Kola keeps saying after all he has done for Dede. Even the Dede self had to say, and I love the fact that Mide came and told her everything that they discussed, she and Kola. And aside from I think Mide coming to tell her, I think Dede her on her own have heard a lot of things. The thing about that house is information circulates like air, they're like oxygen. So on top of this whole will I say sacrifices he claims he's doing for the dead that she didn't even ask him for. The only thing the dead claims she has asked him for, or we actually saw her ask him for, it's not as if she even sent him errand per se. It's just that Daddy I heard it was after Daddy Alive nomination show, or so if I'm not mistaken, where she now asked him, "Are you going upstairs?" or something like that. He now told her yes, or something like that. She now said that please let him help her with drinking water. So it's not as if she just say, "Kola, come and give me drinking water." No, it's just like, "Are you going here? Okay, yes. Oh yeah, please help me now get drinking water." I don't know if now I'm trying to say to you. Kola took that one personal, which means this kind of person, anything he buys for you, say maybe he will have book where he'll be recording it. Like people, that kind of character, it to me a bit is a bit cringy, to be honest with you. Claiming after all he, so even the girl self is wondering, what have you done for me, brother? Eh? Ah, God. The chaos, the fights in that house is becoming unnecessarily too much, and then some certain assumptions and some certain conclusions and some certain but it's all good, it's all good. That's what we signed up for. Let's keep watching. Hopefully I'll still come back later, and then because this is like people are not really active by this time. I don't even know what time I'll come up to, but it's all good. I'll still come back in the night by the special grace of God. All right, thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel, give this stream a thumbs up, the video, of course, a thumbs up, and God bless you. Hope to see you later. Yeah, just had to come out because the fights are too much. I just had to come and let me just unravel some things here. Let me just talk about some things. Like the whole chaos, everybody wants to show himself, but I don't know why they want to show themselves with chaos. Is that the only way they feel they can gain recognition? All right, maybe that's the way they think they can get the attention of the audience, which they are actually doing it. But too much of everything sometimes can be very discouraging again. All right, thank you so much. Please kindly subscribe to the channel and hope to see you guys soon. All right, love you guys. Bye.